Hi, and welcome to the Veggie Kitchen. I'm your host, Ed, and we are podcasting from Orange County, California. Today we are continuing our Things to Do with Tofu series. Stay tuned. Today's recipe is a breaded tofu fillet. And I'm going to introduce my wife, Eileen, who's going to be the main cook on this recipe. Eileen?
Hi everybody.
Come on up.
We're going to start with the getting the breadcrumbs ready. So we have 1 cup of breadcrumbs, and I'm going to put olive oil on it. It's probably going to be about 1/4 cup total. It's just enough to moisten them well with the olive oil. Then we're going to mix in our herbes de Provence. It's about 1 teaspoon, a dash of salt, and we mix it up. You want to have mix it well so that all the breadcrumbs are nicely covered with the oil. Looks like I didn't put quite enough in, so let's put just a little bit more, because these are going to toast in the oven on top of the tofu. Looking quite nice now. And now I'll start with the garlic, because we're going to then put garlic and green onion in the pan. So we've got those ready, and now let's chop up some garlic. It's going to end up maybe about a big tablespoon of garlic. You can just slice them, sort of mince them, so that they're small pieces, because they're going to go into the veggie broth also. So we're getting this ready. And we're going to have the tofu cut also. Are we ready with the tofu now?
Yeah, cut into 8 pieces for you. Is that how many you wanted?
Yep, that's
Here's
great.
the
Thank
onion.
you. Thank you. So I'm going to just make a little bit of room here so we can see the pan. So we've got our breadcrumbs. Now we're going to do the broth that it's going to be sitting in, the tofu is going to be sitting in. We'll have just a touch of olive oil in the bottom. And then we're going to mix in our next ingredient, which is 1/2 cup of veggie broth. A little bit more herbes de Provence to continue the flavor all the way through. And here's our green onion. It's about 2 stalks. And like I said, we've got a nice big tablespoon of garlic. And we're going to put the tofu on top.
Here you go.
Thank you. We have it cut into 8 slices. We're going to set those on top of the seasoned broth here. It's going to bake in the oven. We've actually got our oven preheated to 400 degrees. Oops, and I forgot, actually we have a little splash of balsamic vinegar in here too.
I like the herbes de Provence. It's a nice mix, different than the Italian seasoning. So many times we use the Italian seasoning, but this gives it a nice, just a different flavor.
It does, and the balsamic vinegar actually helps bring out the flavor. That way you don't have to use as much salt, because we try to avoid using too much salt.
I think you need some pepper, maybe black pepper.
Oh, actually that's right, that would be good. Let's put a little bit of black pepper on top of them to help season the tofu. And let's put on...
The backseat chef here.
That's fine. We work well together. So here we go. Let's just put our breadcrumbs on top.
How many are you putting on? How much are you putting?
Looks like, a good full 2 tablespoons.
So the spoon in your hand's a tablespoon, more or less?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, so 2 of those?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Looks nice. Nice thick topping.
Yeah, because it's crunchy. And then you'll find the little bits of the breadcrumbs that fall into the broth. will sort of help thicken it, so it'll be it gets
like a gravy sort of.
almost like a little gravy-ish. So you'll find that the broth cooks into the tofu, and also the broth that's left over is a little bit thick like a gravy. We're almost ready. When you put them in the oven, you're going to need to cover it with tin foil first. For the first 15 minutes, we'll cover it with tin foil. That helps it get hotter. So we'll put the tin foil on now.
How long do you cook it for?
15 minutes with the tin foil on, and then 10 minutes without the tin foil. That'll help the topping get nice and brown. So
Are you ready?
I'm ready for the oven.
All right.
Okay, so here we go.
So we have 15 minutes now.
15 minutes with it like that.
Okay,
And
we'll be
then
back
10
in
minutes
15.
off. Now we took it off for the last 10. I'm going to bring them out. They should be nice and toasty, and they sure look it. I've actually taken a couple out for our finished plate, but let me show you here what they look like. There you go. It's a nice toasty, crunchy fillet. Let me show you what it looks like for a dinner. Here we go. We've got our fillets, we've got some carnival rice, and we've got some broccoli.
I think this would be good with fettuccine too.
Yes.
Be nice with the
It would,
fettuccine, or
it
maybe
would.
maybe we could have it onto a toasted piece of French bread. Would be great.
Yep.
So that's our breaded tofu fillet. Thanks for watching. Go home and try this. It's a very simple and very delicious recipe. Thanks again. Thanks for watching the Veggie
Thank you
Kitchen.
very much. Bye-bye.